we talk about the other tools, right? One is annotation tool. If you do the drafting, for the drafting purpose, what's we drafting? One, we can create this is type of the drawing. This is not a drafting. This is the, your sketch. Only this is your my sketch where we fulfill your details. When we fulfill your here we details. Suppose here you make anything, right? I make a rectangle. Okay, take a dimension is by 100 by 50, anything. Okay, make a rectangle, make a circle. This is just your sketch, not your drafting. For the completing your drafting part, drafting project, then what you do, just mention your annotation because annotation is important for your drafting for drafted sheet. Okay, that's why we talk about next tools is my annotation tool. Here we have the annotation tool, and inside the annotation tool, we talk about the first of all is text tool. Inside the annotation, we have the text and dimensions, okay, ladders and tables. Many of things are there. But say we talk about today is only text tool, okay. How to insert the text? Text is mostly used for the writing the detail in your sheet, for writing and writing name, writing details, writing anything. If you want to write any write you any thing, then you can use the texture. Okay, texture is for the mostly for the annotation. Okay, that's right. Then come to this part, how to use the texture. In that texture, we have two types of option is single line text and multi-line text. Okay, when we click in this part, we got a multi-line text and single line text, right? Okay. If you directly want to text, then you can click here that's multi-line and single line text. Then if you want to only single line text, then for the single line text, we have the shortcut is DT. DT is shortcut for single line text, not a multi-line text. Right? Clear? Just enter hit DT. And then first of all, start point. Where you want to start your text for right. Here I want to text here. And then what's your text specified height? Suppose I want the height of the text is 5 mm. Okay. And then what's the rotation angle of your text is 0 degree. Just write here is 0 degree, right? And then this will be, I write here any text, single line text. Okay, this is my single line text. If you hit the enter, not the space bar. If you hit the space bar, this you have to find out the space only. In this case, we hit the enter for getting out from the text. What how do? To click double enter, not a single enter. Single enter is goes to the next line, and then you click the double enter. Then what you go outside of the command. Okay, the single line text command, right? And then you just come to the pass if you want to show the text in this any direction. Okay, suppose here first of all I write here as a text dt. Okay, enter, and then specify first point, and then after that we specify the text height whatever you want. And then also you can write for the 45-degree angle. If you want to write the text in the 45 degree, just you can write here in any angle. Okay, single line text will be used on the writing any length of the angle, any angle you want to right here. If you want to write in the 90-degree direction, suppose some objects are aligned with the 45-degree, 30 degree. This is suppose this is my your object. Okay, this object is aligned with the 30 degree. Okay, that's why I want to write here in form of the 30 degree. Then what we do here, I want to align this text on behalf of this diagram. Then what we do, so for this purpose, you use a DT enter, and then I align with this direction. Then what we happen to do, first point I write here, and then what we do, just say text equals zip, and then I want to align with the 30 degree minus 30 degree to right here to 360 minus 30. This is 330. So right here is 330, and then what we goes here? Here we have to assign, and this will be my isometric object, right? And whatever this object is called, I don't know about it, but you know to write this name on behalf of on this text, right? If you align with this text or align with the drawing, align with this anything, then you can use it by use of the DT text, okay? And if you write here in form of 90 degree, just use a 90 degree again, DT enter. And this is the start point, enter, and then you write here is a 90 degree. What's you guess here? You write here the text, the TXT text, and then with the header, here we got the text in the 90 degree direction. Okay, any direction, any rotation you form, and then you can want to, then you can rotate. If you write here as a straight line, and then you can also use a rotate command for rotate this. Okay, same thing, rotate command. This is just a simple object, so you can also by use of this thing by use of rotate command also. But if you need it, then you can use by this way. Okay. And then suppose I want to change this font and change in anything and change this alignment, then we can use the alignment option DT in have. And then here we have the justify and single alignment. Justify is only used for the where you want to align. Suppose you want to center align, okay? Then you use the center point of the text. Here we have the center point of the text, and then here we have the height. Okay, and then here it is the angle is, and then I what do you do? Just write as a text. Okay, and this will be like okay, this is for enter. This is not useful for this part because you can use a single line text and this single line text will be aligned anyway. Okay, for this way. If you want to specify, I want to show change this font, which I want to change the font. I change a different type of font I want to write here. Then what we do for this purpose, we have option is text style manager. Text style manager is just mainly used for changing in the text style. Okay. So what you do for the text style, you write here the shortcut key is ST, enter, and then what we got here, here we got the text style option. Okay. Inside the text style option, we have to select standard annotative. Okay, both we can select it. I select here as annotative area. If in this case, we have to find out what font you want. I want the font is Times New Roman. Okay. To select here is a Times New Roman. And then here I want a font in form of bold. Okay, not a regular font. I want font is so is a bold. Okay. And then if you also you can specify the height of the font by default height of the font. Okay, if you're not needed, you directly use this oblique angle logo also you use for this part. So what's here we have to write here 30 degree, then this is my oblique angle, okay? And then set as current. Okay, this is my current font. Okay, and then set as current, click on the current, and then this will be modified, and then this will be open. Okay, and then if you write here DT again, DT, right? And then here I want to do it 5 mm and geode again, the right here side in text. Okay, I write here as a text, and then what you show it here, all this font and this font are look like as a different because this font is I say select as a Times New Roman, and this font is I select as a only simple Arial. Okay, by default which font you want, and then here we have to also change this font angle is your bold, and then this is a normal font. Okay, this why this will be show as a draft. You can also use this style. Text style manager is generally used for the making the style of the text right here. Okay. Then this is simple. To you, if you write only single line, single text, then you can use a single line text. And if you want to show the multiple line, if you want to explain anything in the paragraph option, and then you want to explain in detail in for the any drawings. Okay. Okay, in the form of list, anything you can want to do, then we can use for this purpose. We use here as a multi-line text, and then for the multi-line text, we have the option is shortcut key is your T. Just click on T, enter. Okay, for multi-line text, you have enter T, and then here we got the ABCG, right? For first of all, first point you selected, and then last point where you want to write here inside this box. Okay, just click on it. And then here we got this file. This is my multi-line text, and then inside one thing also will come. If you select a multi-line text, the text editor option will be up here. And then by use of this text editor, you can edit your text. Okay, select annotative standard whatever you want. This is my multi-line text. Right? This right here is a multi-line text. Okay, and then here what should select your multi size here. You can write the text size here. Okay, in this case we have multiple options. In this case we have the bold option, we have the italic option, we have the underline option. Here we have the bold option. Okay, and then for the ball option, I will also show about your shortcut is Control B. Control B is your shortcut for the ball. Okay, you can want to show Control B. You can use and then text your ball. Select the text and then use Control B. Then you can bold and unbold the text. Right. Here you have to use a italic option. Also here we have the italic option. Italic is used for the specifying the text in different form, and then control I use for the italic, convert to italic form. Okay, select your text and then control I use it. This is italic and we will use it. Okay. Also, you can italic form by use of click on this part, okay? And then I use unbold it and then italic this is. Okay. Next one is your strike. Here we have the option of the strike to, okay? And this will be not have any option. I have this, but I don't know what. Okay. This is strike to. Strike to is generally used for, right? This is string, okay? For cutting the text, showing the cut on the center of the text, make the line in the center of the text. This is called a strike. So if you like here is underline, then you can also underline it. Okay. Then use this underline. Okay, right here how to underline it. I suppose first of all, and click here to underline, and then Control U is for the underline. Okay, shortcut key for the underline is Control U. Okay. Control U for the underline. You can want to underline it, and then you can also. And then here we also have overline. Overline is used for line above the text. If you want to show the line above the text, you can use the overline also. And then here we want to show the text in the form of the this portion. Suppose I want to write here as x key power 2. And then I click here as the overlay. And then here we do the x key power 2. Then what you get here, here we got this part. Okay. X key power 2, right? And then here I write extra. I click on the here, I also remove it. And this is you can use it, and then also you can x key power to x2 in the between downside, then you can show this type of subscript. This is your superscript, this is your subscript. Okay, you can also use this part, okay, for this part, okay. And the next one will be have to be transform the text. Okay. Transform the text is means set. Here we have the option of the transformation, transform the text inside the transformation. Here we have the option. When you click here, you can transform in uppercase. When we click here, you can transform the lowercase. Anything you can do here by use of this way. This is by option of the transformation. And then here we have the option of the changing your text style. And then here we have option of the text color. If you want to change your text color, then you can use a text color. Okay. If you know about the layers, then you can also use the layers option. Okay. If you don't know about the layers, then I don't talk about the layers also. Here we have the justification option. For the this justification option, we have this option also. When we align with center, then all the text will be aligned here center. I select the all text and then align in the center position, right position, justify mode. Okay, any mode you can want here. Okay, if you write here any paragraph. Okay, suppose here you can write a paragraph. AutoCAD is used for mainly used for drafting purpose, but also you can do a simple 3D model. Okay. This is my simple text. I want to align with your justification and then click on the justify mode. This is your justify where we all the text will align with the left and right direction. Right? You can also do this thing by use of this field. And then here next one is you have to option of the list option. Okay, if you want to show the in form of the list, then select this part. And then I want to show in this form of the list, just click on the number list, what we want. For the number list, we have our options, lowercase letters, uppercase letters. Okay, first you want here. If you want to numbers, then click on numbers only. If you want the bullet list, just click on the bullet. Then we can show the bullet formation. Okay, this is your way you can create it. If you don't want to list, then just off it. Okay, and then if you want to say spacing the line, then you can take the space between the line. Okay, this is your choice. And if you want to create here is your column. Okay, suppose if I select a control A by all, and then I want to specify the static of the column. I divide into 2 column, 3 column, whatever you want, and no column for this part, then you can use here. Okay. And then second one is yours. If you have to want to do uh, 1 second, I have a call. Okay, then we still use here. Next one is your symbols. First, you want to symbol. If you want to write here in any symbol, then you can want to write here the delete symbol. If you want to write here the plus minus symbol, many of the symbols are there. Okay, you show here. Okay, to use any symbols for this in your text, then you can here to do. Okay, and click on the others part, and you can click here. To the other part, here we have the all the character map collector values are we got here. Okay, trademark, anything you can want to show the symbol right here, then you can use here. Okay. And then also we have the field option. Field option as explained as later. This is the topic, okay? And then here we have the dictionary spell check. Here we write here to spelling check. If you want to check the spelling, suppose here I want to spell check. Just click on here and then check the spelling. If you have the any issue of the spelling, then you can have to find out here. This is my right line. Okay, this is spelling will be not right here. Okay, and then if you want to increase this size, just click on this size. You can increase this length of the this box also. Okay. Yeah. This way you can create a, if you've done the writing the multi-line text, just click on close text option and then once you get here you got the text option right here. Okay, this is simple way you can write here a multi-text line. Multi-text line is mainly used for the writing the text in form of paragraph, in form of details view. Okay, you can write here for the list formation of details. Okay, if you want to write in the list form, then you can also use for the multi-line text right here. Okay. That's clear. How to use the annotation text tool to for your drawing. This purpose. Okay. Spelling is used for the spelling, and thus you can write here as SP is for the spelling, and then use which strokes here. Here we have don't have to find out the spelling, right? And when we click on this chart, then we got multi-line, multiple line, and then we got here's the options of the spelling. Which one spelling is wrong, and then what's the correct spelling where you want to write it. Now, multiple line, multiplied, multiple. We suggest here options. Okay, if you don't want to hear, just ignore it, and the next option will be appear, and then ignore it, and the next section is will appear, and then ignore it. Then next will be appear. Okay, and then here we have the extractor for the showing, and then I don't want to extract to then use this as your add to dictionary. Okay, if you want to do show this and change it to change here, or if you want to change all, then what will happen? Change the all the part where you have to write here this tractor. This part you can not you want to write here this tractor. You can you also want to you can write here as a bento. Just click on the change. There here we can change this part also. Okay. If you don't want to ignore, just ignore it all. Then what will happen? Ignore all. If we click here, so this part will be ignoring. Okay, and then here we want to change modeling. Okay, and spell check is complete. Okay, you can also check your spelling by use of SP command, and then here if you check one by one each and every spelling if you write here is wrong. Okay, because if you write the wrong spelling inside your drawing, then something is not good for you. Okay, well for better view you can use the spelling. Okay, correct your spelling and the formative drafting. Okay. This is a path for the annotation tool. Okay. I also explained the dimension, but time is not enough for this part because this will take time for the 20 to 25 minutes, but I have only 9 minutes right here. That's why I don't talk dimension option as today. As tomorrow what I talk about the dimensions. Okay. That's clear? How to write the this part. That's clear all of you? Any doubts from this section?